streamer is late, I will cancel sub.
I'm going to start turning the timer onto being like an hour, and then I'll just show up at any point within that hour, and then I can never be late. How about that? Okay, everybody wins. Streamer is not late. You don't have to worry about me being late. You'll never know when I'll be here. It'll be like a little surprise. I think that sounds pretty good. What do we think? What do we think? Good idea. Thank you. I agree. Thank you everybody for agreeing with me. I don't even need to hear you. I know you do. How are we all doing today? Hope you're doing well. We have some more orcs to do with a run that I thought was going to die yesterday, to be honest with you. I did not think we were going to be able to defeat the command, but we did. We won. We won. I don't think we could win again. We got super lucky that the command was kind of broken for the first half of the war. They weren't moving their troops. So we were able to secure some force so we could fight some defensive fights on. But there is no guarantee that we can do that again. So we have to hope that they don't attack us. We'll give our Harpy vassal some more land. We can get another roost fort up, and we can hope that that is enough if the command attacks us. We have no money. We're very poor. Our income is terrible. And we need to get a lot more vassals, which isn't great because that's not going to give us the most amount of money in the short term. I mean, it'll give us like a duck in a month or something, maybe, but we need more than that. We'll just have to keep taking money from wars and stop spending so much on buildings. Like, we need to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer so we stop taking loans so often, because that's making us lose more monies in the long run. And we need to do missions. We didn't get that many missions done yesterday, and so we got to kind of get on the grind and start doing it. Points from tributaries, yeah, but then all the tributaries are just going to ally each other, and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work, unfortunately. It'll just break. Like, Edus Vakin was our tributary, and they allied Varmhar, so we had to lose them as a tributary. I need to own their capital anyways. So what it kind of looks like is that it wants us to own all the land along the Saran River and then have vassals on the outside of it, which is fine. Hello, Alexander the Great, Marker Bark, Captain Walrus, Nubel, Norkor, a smelly shoe. Thank you for the 18 months. Appreciate it. Streamer's late. I will cancel sub. No, please. I'll be on time. I swear. PLP. Hello. Hope you're all doing well today. Just roll a 2 or better than the shock face. Yeah, man. We rolled extremely poorly yesterday. Extremely poorly. Like perhaps a world record for how poorly we actually rolled. Lots of 1s, lots of 2s, lots of 0s. So let's hope today we flip the luck around a little bit and we do well. We also had bad general rolls yesterday as well. For the most part, we had some really good ones, but most of them were pretty bad. Hopefully our luck turns around today and we can do a little bit better and we can be victorious. Just finished Javon, got to play through the end. Lazy called us the entire war, did I? That's rough. In my defense, I was fighting a death war with the command. So, I mean, yeah, sure. I should have had the colonists out. But I'm going to give myself a pass here and say, actually, it's fine that... it's fine I didn't have that. You know, we don't have a mission or anything that requires me to colonize the entire middle of Dwarvar. No. It would be nice if Verkugulan could live for more than 5 years in a run, so that way they can actually colonize parts of the middle Dwarvar. Just an idea. Just an idea, Jad, to just let the gold dwarves live a little bit longer, then kill them. Just like a couple more provinces would have been nice. You gonna pass for anything you missed finding the command? Thank you. Appreciate that. Reasonable. It seems like a trap sorter removing praise the cube. But we praise the cube for free. Dice is a cube. That's a good point. Maybe we need to praise the dice more specifically. We always say praise the cube, but we don't specify which cube we're supposed to be praising. So maybe it just needs to be dice specifically. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do the tributaries to get the monarch points. Don't get me wrong. I think it'd be really strong if we can get some OPM tributaries. And we may still do that. My hair, dude. I woke up super late today, which is why I was late, because I was eating, and now my hair is all messed up. Frick, dude. Frick, dude. Frick, dude. Okay. But OPM tributaries are the best kind of tributaries. So if we can get some tiny tributaries, we will do so. The problem is we have to declare war specifically. We can't, force people to release people and then get tributaries. If I had to assume, the Mischief Tree will also probably ask us to own all of Bulwar. I don't know that, but it's usually how mission trees go. So maybe we have a tributary that's surrounded by a vassal, and that way the tributary can expand. I don't know. Praise all cubes, that way you can get the power out of all of them. Oh, interesting. Okay. We're just like hedging our bets, making sure that every cube is supporting us. We love conquering all Bulwar. We love conquering Bulwar. It's just so conquerable. It is. Like, the only thing holding us back from conquering Bulwar at this exact moment is 1, laziness. 2, lack of fort defense. 3, money. 4, governing capacity. Go figure. Governing capacity issues. But we're working on it. We're working on it. 5, Eliza. I don't know. Eliza's not that bad. Like, it definitely hurts to fight them. It always hurts to fight them. But they have low mandates. They have 10% less morale of armies. If we click the Dukin's guidance button, we just destroy him. Right? And he pretty much flips to low enthusiasm immediately. It just sucks when Eliza joins other wars. If we're declaring war directly on Eliza, it's fine. But when he joins every war with everybody around me, that sucks, because that's another person that I have to go and siege to peace out. And that, it's rough. Lake Fate coming from the north of Steel Chair? No. You don't need to summon that into existence. You don't need to say that. You didn't need to post that. Lake Fed is going to be so chill, and they're not going to form this run. And if they do form this run, they're going to want to not own anything that my Centaur vassal owns. I have to lurk, so I got to get my leader who will die in 2 weeks now. Looking forward to it. All right, Newell. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy it. You're lurking. Callisto Command Alliance? Maybe. I mean, we've seen it before. So about 1 hour of your previous VOD. Could you keep up the yapping until then? Thanks. I don't know if I've got that much yapping in me today. Put that thing on 2 times speed. But I'll do my best. More Orca Sir. Oh, hello for you. I was so worried that they were going to move my capital to Askasur. Like, no. Askasur is such a bad capital. It's not a bad capital. It's actually a great capital. It's got coffee trade good. It's farmlands. It has a center of trade. It's a good capital province. It's just not defendable in any way, shape, or form for orcs. Like, you have the mountains around them, but it doesn't matter if you have minus 20% fort defense. It's like, okay. Yippee. Good for me. Last hour was basically the command war. Yeah, pretty much. Find the command is a whole thing. I was thinking, chat, what if we just went back to playing on normal? Every time I have to do a death war against the command, I'm like, maybe we should go back and play on normal, actually. But it's literally just the command. That's the only reason that I want to go back to playing on normal. It's not that way. There's not just a massive command every game. When there's, maybe a reasonable amount of provinces they own instead of like half of Hellas by 1550. I don't know. The only problem is if we switch it back to normal, then Jad's not going to do as well. Eliza's not going to do as well. Gwed's not going to do as well. And then she'll be like, well, okay, now we dunk on everybody except the command. As there's a weird fort, even with a monument, I have to say I hate Hashur's fort. Oh yeah, Hashur is even worse for sure because there's no mountains around to defend you. You're a proud weakling, love normal mode with no great conquest. That doesn't make you a weakling. That just means that you're not as masochistic as the rest of us. That means that your brain is somewhat normal. Congratulations. See, I like Great Conquerors. I do. And I like playing on hard because really what hard does is it just makes the AI have manpower back. That's the main thing. Yeah, it makes getting your relationships a little bit more difficult, but it gives 50% manpower recovery speed to the AI, which is really helpful because sometimes it's very easy to just bleed out the nations you're fighting against. The problem is sometimes that's your whole strategy, you know, looking at kobolds, Dak, people like that, and then it's just kind of annoying, but you can overcome that. You can have enough attrition where it doesn't matter. But like in a regular war, like when we fought the command yesterday, they started off with 0 manpower. By the end of the war, they had 450,000 troops and 250,000 manpower. They just won't run out without attrition. The only reason they were at 0 is because they went to siege down Buvari, who has a bunch of jungles, and probably got hit with a monsoon season, and that caused attrition. Attrition is the only way to reasonably beat the command, but they have so many cannons that at this point in the game, by the time they run out of manpower, your country is probably full occupied. Not good. You'll be pleased to hear this. Currently talks to a CB that'll dismantle the command of one war in exchange to make it harder. What do you mean make it harder? Play on very hard, but press bankrupt for command day 1. Bold of you to assume that would do something. I mean, maybe that makes them lose the Seer Rebellion, but I don't know. Plus, very hard in Anbennar, you are crazy. Certified brain not working right. You want a Phoenix Empire in 1500? Because that's how you get an AI Phoenix Empire in 1500. We've seen it. They just do it. They'll just unite immediately. No hesitation. And that'd be every game. Can you imagine Phoenix Empire, Mega Command, Mega Lake Fed every single game? Every single one? No thanks. Hey CBK, how you doing? And Coslord, hello. Arcanaz, hello. If you want to suffer some more, what about Shattered Crown? Eventually we do have to play Shattered Crown, but I'm assuming it's going to be just like this and that we're not going to have a real economy unless we find gold. Very, very hard war against the command, and there are no more command wars. That's what CB do. Well, what do they mean by very, very hard? Like, are they going to give them combat buffs? Are they going to give them force limit buffs, free troop buffs? Or is it just like a thing that they're talking about right now? There's no like actual anything set in stone. Orcs can discover mission tree completion. Just be Orcish Adenica. There you go. Orcish Adenica. Could the answer be to make other countries in Hellas stronger so the command is slower to conquer? No, because then the problem is that every country in Hellas is overbuffed, right? Good. Hopefully my hair stays like that for a while. Because remember, Buvari is incredibly strong just because of the economy that they can create. They don't even have a mission tree. They're just like that. And the Raj can become insane as well. So it's not like the nations in Hellas are weak. It's just that the command is much stronger than them. But if you buff the other nations to meet the command's efficiency, then they just go destroy everybody else. Right. Orcish Adenica sounds incredibly cursed. That's probably what I'll end up doing when I do Adenica, just because it'll be so much stronger. Hey, Black Odd. Second, I hate the command. Turns every game into a lesson, a race against time. Either you blob, command blobs onto you. True. True. Just being 100% cav and combining shock ratio mail with shock damage tag bonuses. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And then you just choose a DN every time for your deity, because you stay Regent Court, and a DN gets buffed in the mission tree, and then you just delete armies. You just delete them. Raj ends up making Rokulan probably by 1460. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't buff the Raj because then they just conquer everything or vassalize everything. Been wanting to get started with EU4 for some time after just watching VODs and videos of it, but it seems like so much to look after. Any recommendation for how to get started and not succumb to being overwhelmed at the start? Well, welcome to the grand strategy game that is EU4. I think the biggest thing you can do for yourself when you start playing EU4 is, number one, do not be afraid to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I still make mistakes, and I have like over 5,000 hours in this game. Don't be afraid to lose. It's going to happen every once in a while. Even I still lose, right? Sometimes you take the L. Don't be afraid to save scum. So don't play on Iron Man mode. Make saves when you want to do something. You're like, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Like if you want to declare a war or something like that, just save. And if it goes wrong, just reload the save. It doesn't matter. It's a single player game. You know, like if people think that's dumb, they're dumb. Honestly, you just have to kind of jump in. It's like learning how to swim. It's like, I don't know, what's a good comparison? That's really the only one I got off the top of my head, actually. It's like learning how to swim. You just have to jump in the water and start going. Yeah. You don't need to worry about how... Actually, the next biggest tip I have is don't worry about everything. Right? You don't need to worry about how trade works or how exactly buildings become profitable or, you know, like time frames you need to conquer things in. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know. Once you get to the point where you start understanding things, then you'll start wanting to learn how trade works, for example. But until then, just relax, have a good time. My first game in EU4 was in Ireland, a horrendous place to start playing EU4 because England is right there wanting to conquer you. But you know, I lived for a little while. I was able to get an alliance with France, and I just kind of sat there and I just kind of poked around and just messed with different things to see what would work. I remember when I first started playing and I was watching videos and I heard people say like monarch points are the most important, and I started playing and I was like, no, that can't be true. These people that play this game, they're wrong. It's actually about money. But that's just because I was playing in Ireland, which is poor as heck. Super, super poor. But yeah, monarch points are most important. Take that as you will, but monarch points are most important. Start with bigger countries, then pick smaller. Yeah, bigger countries are generally a better idea to start with. The only thing is there is more to keep track of in bigger countries, but there's more room for error, more wiggle room if you're a larger country, right? If you lose a war as the Ottomans, it's not game over. If you lose a war as Byzantium, it's game over, right? Like you're done. It's over. So just pick a tag you like that's a bit of a larger tag and we'll be good. Hey, with tips, trying to get started with Switzerland because I like the defensive place and overpowered mercs, but the Empire seems like a bitch, but maybe fun. The Empire is its own different beast. All you really need to know at the beginning is taking land creates more aggressive expansion in the Empire of Anbennar, or Empire of Holy Roman Empire. Brain broken. Anbennar, brain rot. You get more aggressive expansion, and when you take land, the Emperor may demand you give it back. And if you say no, they get an opinion debuff, and they'll be able to attack you. My advice, if you're Switzerland, get an alliance with Austria, who's the emperor, or France. If you get an ally with one of those two guys, you'll be good. The emperor will not attack you. But Switzerland's a great choice. Take a couple provinces in Italy, take a couple provinces in Germany, take a couple provinces wherever. You'll be good. Yep, you can play with vassals in the empires of land, a whole bunch of things. It's like dying in Dark Souls. You gotta die a bit before you start playing it on a toy guitar. Nah, dude. Easy. You just walk up, start playing it on a toy guitar, no problems. Easy game. Suggestion learning E4 is go look up a guide and try to make these moves and analyze why you're making these moves. It will teach you good habits, but don't forget critical thinking. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. Just watching people play. That's how I learned. Starting an island in CK is amazing. In EU, you picked the wrong house. Yeah. Yeah. What pains me for newbies play the Ottomans? I mean, I think the Ottomans are a fine choice. But I don't know. You have to pick people need to pick something they're interested in playing, though, is the thing. Like, it could be the best choice through and through. But if someone doesn't enjoy or want to play that tag, then it's not going to be as effective to learn. It goes places like the Aztecs, remember, since it's more self-contained map for the first 70 years. I don't know. I would caution against playing in the New World at all, simply because it's so different from the rest of the game. There's a lot of lessons and mechanics that you won't necessarily learn playing there. Then, if you will, like if you start in Europe, I mean, I would recommend you start in Europe for sure. I guess you could go Korea since they get institutions is the main thing. You'll find out real quick the institutions are important, or you'll spend way too many monarch points taking tech. That was my second game in EU4 that I learned that, playing as Kilwa. And Spain showed up, and they were 3 mil techs ahead, and boy, oh boy, I was pissed. I was like, how am I supposed to keep up? This is ridiculous. And, well, you gotta develop institutions, dummy, obviously. I mean, I know that now. I didn't know that at the time. It was so confusing to learn how institutions worked. Like, the idea that you can either get it naturally spread, get lucky to have it spawn on you, or you have to develop your provinces. That took me a while to wrap my head around. First EU4 game was at Portugal, getting direct to colonization. True. Great colonizing, Portugal. So confused as Aztecs first time seeing reforms. Yeah, plus Aztecs require you to be like ultra aggressive. You got to know how aggressive expansion works as well. You got to know how far you can push yourself before everything kind of falls apart. If you want to reform by the time the Europeans get there. If you don't care, then you take your time. Person from Romania would like to see it on the EU4 map, but starting as Wallachia as a noob seems like a recipe for pain. Yeah, I would caution. I would caution away from starting as Wallachia. Don't think it would go too well. The Ottomans tend to like to munch Wallachia, and Poland tends to like to munch Wallachia, and Hungary tends to like to munch Wallachia, and Austria, if they get hungry in a personal union, also likes to munch Wallachia. You could try though, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Learn a little bit more about the game, right? And then do that as your first like big challenge run against the Ottomans. It'd be really fun. Like, it's one of the hardest starts there is. I mean, it's definitely up there. But any small tag that starts next to the Ottomans is difficult. But to be fair, Wallachia has 5% discipline. You have 5% discipline. The hardest part about Wallachia is you have to, if you want to expand before you fight the Ottomans, you have to know CB into the Balkans, which is fine. But you got to know, number one, to know CB, and number two, how to vassalize people and then take land next to them and use that to expand your power base before the Ottomans kill you. We'll see. We'll see. Portugal, England, Ottoman, Russia, Japan are all great choices. Yeah, I mean, Japan is good. I think the only problem with Japan is you don't have many troops. And you lose one battle, you might just get annexed. So, but, I mean, it'll teach you to take good fights. That's for sure. Playing a daimyo in Russia was how you learn the game. Really? Russia to learn the game? I don't know. That sounds terrible. I mean, clearly you learned, so it can't be that bad. Frick, dude. I should have brushed my hair before stream. Fricky, frick. What's wrong with Russia? You just kind of sit there. You're far away from institutions. You just sit there. Woohoo! Woohoo! Play as the Timurids. Yeah. Play as the Timurids. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Surely your vassals will stay loyal. EU5 will have a better chance for Beyliks to replace the Ottomans? Maybe. You never know. We don't know what buffs they're going to give the Ottomans to make it go in a more historical path. We don't know events that will help encourage that. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We assume because the Ottomans aren't so strong, so yeah, it is definitely more likely that someone else will take over Anatolia because the Ottomans don't already own all of Anatolia, pretty much. You know, Karaman and Jundar are still there, but they don't count, dude. They get taken out. Ryukyu was your second tag after trying to beat France's England. Why? Why Ryukyu? What a crazy decision. I learned you don't colonize Taiwan. Yeah, Ming tends not to appreciate that. Oh my goodness. I'm actually going to lose my mind with my hair today. I'm actually going to lose it. I'm actually going to lose it, chat. I'm going to go bald. I'm going to shave my hair and never have to deal with it again. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not. I do not tell the truth. Ottomans start next to a very weak, high population tag. That's their power button. Are you talking about the Byzantines? Sorry. The Eastern Romans. The Roman Empire. Whatever you want to call them. The only problem is you have to cross the strait. I hope straight crossings are more difficult. I'm pretty sure they said that there's no straight crossing between Gibraltar and Morocco. What's that province called in the EU4? Is it Tangiers? Tangier? Something like that? I think that's it. Which is fantastic. Should have never been a crossing there in the first place. There should not be crossings onto islands. You should have to have a navy. I just think it makes it way more interesting. Oh no, it's a Beylik that has high population. Alright, gotcha. Hey, Funny Scope, how you doing? I thought the idea of a tiny little colonial Ryukyu would be fun. Would be fun, and then you colonize next to China, and you're like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good. Ryukyu World Conquest is probably the best starting tag. If you win, you clearly know your stuff. True. Yeah, you know, just simply do a world conquest. Easy, man. Easy. Been doing well, thanks for asking. Didn't eat any mayonnaise today, though. You must be struggling. Must be struggling. I'm so sorry to hear that you're in such a bad place right now. First time I learned about the original pre-US Philadelphia was reading the dev diary about the Byzantines and Ottomans. I mean, hey, we all gotta learn about it somehow, you know? We all gotta learn about it somehow. It is funny, growing up as an American, I mean, like, we stole quite literally every single name. Every single name of cities, states, pretty much. I mean, I'm sure that there's some that are not. Just taken from countries in Europe, Native American tribes. We're just like, yeah, thank you. I mean, a lot of it's because the immigrants came over, they named things after where they're from, blah, 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 yeah. But it is funny. You would say naming stuff, try not to steal, mission level possible. Well, you know, we got the stealing from the Brits. It's in our blood, so we had to steal something. And names is an alright thing to steal, I think. No one really gets hurt by stealing the name Philadelphia. Except for the fact that now when people think of Philadelphia, they think of, you know, Pennsylvania and not the Byzantines, which is fine. First time I heard of Philadelphia was a cream cheese brand. Nice. Yep. Classic cream cheese brand. True. What about things named after people? I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. We do have things named after people as well. Maryland. What a dumb name. You know, not to make Maryland have a catch a stray here, but what a dumb name. I guess even that's stolen, so we steal from people too. Look at that. No one thinks the original Philadelphia now because Chinese is in Turkish. Well, that tends to happen when, you know, people get conquered. And then the new people rename things. You do tend to think about the renaming things. I think the only place in the world, which, you know, is dramatic, okay? Just let me be dramatic. I got to make these qualifications because I know map gamers are going to be the people that are going to be able to call me out on my bullshit if I'm wrong. Would be Constantinople. I think that's probably the only place where most people will be like, oh yeah, I know what Constantinople is. And it's like, no, you don't. It doesn't exist anymore. Sorry. It's not there. A different name now. Hey, Maxi Zone, how you doing? Gnome Bello, hello. America itself is named after a person. True. Which brings up the point. We could name it after someone else. I mean, I've got someone pretty cool we can name it after. You know, I think the United States of Poemu sounds pretty good. I'm just saying. If we ever need to rebrand, I'll throw my name in the ring. I think it's good. It's really easy to type out on the keyboard. Remember, just P through Y, boom, throw in Mew, great Pokemon. Easy. The United States of Mr. Awesomeness 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no E after the W. You're gonna roast me. You have to do it right. Missouri was my third tag. I misunderstood the arbitration battles. Gain for battles, natural idea. Thought the only way to get it was to fight hard battles I was supposed to lose. It's been a majority of the first 100 years fighting Texas. That's funny. Constantine hits so much harder than Constantinople. Roma boos are in shambles right now. In absolute shambles at you saying such things. Nobody's business but the Turks, I guess. Look, if you conquered something like, hundreds of years ago, you can name it whatever you want, okay? What do you want me to do? If the Byzantines did not want their stuff renamed, they should have simply won. There's a body of water named Aswan Bay in... Really? But is that named after someone, or is it just exactly what it sounds like? Lagoon is located between Ocean City, Maryland, and mainland Delmarva. Why is it called that, though? Yo, they got a water slide? Oh, it's saying that body of water looks like a woman? I don't think that's true. I'm finding different answers here. They're saying it's an Algonquian name, meaning Midway Fishing Stream. I think it's just another stolen name. I think it's one of these things. Like how Rome named every river, River. They showed up to like the people that live there, like, hey, what's that? What's that called? They're like, River. Elbows of Byzantines? True. So true. So true. The USP, exactly. United States of Poe. I think it's good. I think it's a good name. Just add new to a name and no one knows that you stole it. Exactly. New York, original name. One of a kind. There's never been a York before. We just call it New York because it was in the New World. New Poe Land. Let's go. I think we should add a 51st state and call it New Poe Land. We have a New Mexico. If we can have a New Mexico, we can absolutely have a New Poe Land. I really gotta use more product before stream. My hair's everywhere. It's everywhere, bro. I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm fighting demons. Was originally New Amsterdam? Yeah, but then the Dutch took the L. L. Lower Canada. The United States of Lower Canada. I mean, it's got a ring to it. Wait until Neo New York is made. That'll happen when we get like space stations or something that people live on. Why didn't they name Alaska New Canada? I don't know. It's a good question though. Find demons, bro. The demon is called getting a comb. Okay, no, that's the solution. That's the crucifix in order to deal with the demons. The comb is in the bathroom right now, and that's far away. I don't want to walk that far. It's not far. I always find it strange when you start as like a city-state and then blobbed a whole subcontinent, but you still call yourself by the capital name. And then I remember Rome. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up your name, right? You just gotta upgrade it. Instead of the city of Rome, it's the kingdom of Rome. Instead of the kingdom of Rome, it's the Republic of Rome. Instead of the Republic of Rome, it's the Empire of Rome. You just keep upping the ante every time. We haven't gotten past Empire though. I don't know why we as humans decided that was the top. We're like, yeah, Empire. That's good enough. We should have another tier, a cooler tier. But I guess you have to conquer like the world for that, so maybe not. The planet of Rome. Hey, if you gave the Romans the opportunity, they would have called the planet Rome. They would have done it if they had conquered the whole thing. The Ecumenopolis of Rome. Living in space seems like it would kind of suck. Right now? Yeah, it would be horrendous. Would I love to go to space? Absolutely, dude. In a heartbeat. If someone said to me right now, hey, Poe, there's a rocket leaving for space in 2 weeks. Or there's a rocket leaving for space tomorrow. Do you want to go? Yes. Obviously, yes. That would be incredible. It would suck to live there right now. We do not have the tech for that, unfortunately. We got to get on that tech tree. We got to really start researching things. I mean, you just kind of sit up there right now. Do science. Probably a panic attack in space? Valid. Valid. I think it'd be so cool, though. Ooh, it'd be so cool. Floating around, staring out into the great unknown. Hell yeah. Sounds great. They hadn't invented Black Hawk helicopters. The Romans were so mid. Didn't have Black Hawk helicopters. What an L. If you know Romans, they would have simply not bothered to come up with a name since Rome already existed. True. Why pick new name when old name's so good? New Zealand being named after the Dutch province of Zeeland. It's actually Sjælland. Wait, isn't that what the capital of Denmark is called? In CK3? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Would suck less once we got rotational gravity running reliably. Yeah, much atrophy is kind of a bad thing. Sitting there and decaying in space doesn't sound like the most fun. They still have empires and Stellaris. That's true. Hold on. Why did we just decide that that was it? Like, no. Empires. That's good. We don't need any more. Eventually, there's going to be some leader that's narcissistic enough to where they're going to make a new title. Wait, or do we even have any emperors left? Anybody call themselves an emperor in the world still? Now we've got leaders, we've got kings, but do we have any emperors left? Or people who think that they're emperor? You know, I'm not asking for an actual definition here. I'm just asking if anybody considers themselves with the title. Japan. Oh yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Japan has an emperor. Yep. L. L. Even worse than having a king. That's equivalent to Western Emperor. Yeah. Okay. So we still got one. The last emperor. Here's how Japan can still win. Pretty sure Kim Jong-un would call himself an emperor given the opportunity. Yeah, well. Yeah, he can say that all he wants, but I don't think he owns enough land or enough population for that to work. We still use water naval terms for any vehicle army ever in space. I know, we gotta pick something new. We really need to have a panel of science fiction authors. Okay, the best science fiction authors out there to come up with a cool naming scheme for everything we do in space. We can't just bring over the Navy terms. That's like cheating. It's lame. It's lame. We already have the Navy titles for the Navy. Boat on water, Navy. Boat in sky, different. It's gotta be different. It could be so cool. Does China still claim the mandate? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Is Pope Emperor? I don't know if he can. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking if he considers himself an emperor, and I don't know. Something that always bothered me in sci-fi with space feudalism: they couldn't manage empires on subcontinents. How do they manage entire planets? Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's going to be the communications technology and the transportation technology that would allow space feudalism to be possible. You know, you'd have to be able to, because remember, a feudal realm, you really can only have as much as you can threaten, right? Like if you're out on the far reaches of an empire, there's very little actual oversight, and space feudalism could just make that worse. But if we get like faster than light speed or close to it, then I mean maybe it could happen. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. I'd rather not go back to feudalism, preferably. Kind of bad. But like it could be possible, but it'd be much more difficult. Especially because what do you do if a whole planet rebels? What do you do? It's not like you're going in and taking a castle. That's a whole ass planet full of people that you're going to have to conquer. And as we've seen, it's a little bit difficult to conquer the world. Hasn't quite happened yet. So, Exterminatus, I mean, that could be one way to do it, but then you're destroying a whole planet worth of resources. You do a space siege, duh. I mean, I guess, but they could just grow their own food. I guess it depends on what kind of planet it is. There have been a couple interesting medieval conflicts regarding whether the Pope had authority over kings or Holy Roman emperors, effectively giving the title more authority. EU5 gonna have that too, to be honest. Good. Good. The Pope should cause more problems in EU5. Just like he did historically. Gotta have 1,000 dev, bro? Oh yeah, we know North Korea does not have that much. What do they have at the start of the game in 1444? Like maybe 30 development? One of the first Korean missions is to develop the North, so, you know, whatever. He's not ever. Hasn't created the kingdom of God? True. True. As Solaris show, pop is the main resource. Yep, which is why the further we get into human existence, the slower things seem to become. Too many pops. Games keep track of too many things. Do you think far in the future Earth will be united by good or bad means? I guess it depends on your definition of good or bad, which is kind of a cop-out answer. I know. Of course, I would like to believe that Earth unites into kind of one group through diplomacy. That'd be a great thing to believe. The only problem is greed is pretty good thing for people in power. It seems they like being greedy. Number two, people in power are extremely narcissistic, and in order to do the things you have to do to get to the point where you can unite multiple countries together, you have to be incredibly charismatic and incredibly powerful. And anybody that ever gets to that point, as far as we know, has always been corrupted by it. So, kind of difficult to say. Will peacefully unite under the banner of xenophobia against the aliens? That is one way to go about it. I don't think that would work. I think humans would turn on themselves faster than they would turn on the aliens, but maybe. I think you're confused. Everything is faster because each pop is neuron and the world executes everything faster. No. The later in the game you go, the slower it gets. The more processing it requires. It's a good argument to say that there are no aliens in existence because the game, real life, is not incredibly slow. Or maybe they're also just small. All Star Empire dreams were shattered by Einstein when he said that nothing can exceed 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. Remember, it called light years. When Europe colonized America's cruise was, what, 5 to 8 months? Now imagine that, but 2 to 3 years of travel if we come any closer to the speed of light. True. Of course, that all assumes that he's right, which as far as we know, he is, but I mean, all science is right until it's proven wrong. So there could be a way, we just don't know how yet. Let me tell you what. We can go figure it out. We can go figure it out if we're busy arguing over dumb things. If the Earth is united, it would be accidental and we probably wouldn't notice. I disagree. I think we would absolutely notice. There would have to be a drastic change in how things work for Earth to actually be united. A drastic change to quite literally everything. Which is why we should vote me for... I was gonna say Emperor of the World, but I gotta choose a new title. What's a good new title for someone who rules the world? I have nothing. I've got nothing. Top Earthling. The Arch Gamer. Yes, that's what it is. The Arch Gamer. The God. No, people have done God Emperor before. Okay. God. Imagine the gall to be like, what's your new title? God. With like a small G? No. Do you have any like powers? Did you create the world? No. Why you call yourself God? Funny. Like, oh, okay. Well, interesting. The big cheese. That could work. Baron? Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I wanted to go bigger. Bigger than an emperor. And you're out here saying Baron? Like I rule a city or something? Insulting. Duke, I mean, we're getting larger, but it's still not enough. Are you a 12-foot tall, shining, immortal godman? You can't prove that I'm not. So take that as you will. The aliens are not rendered when the player's not looking. True. We don't need actual aliens when 5 light year distances create alienifying factors. We don't need aliens when people don't like people that are like miles away from them. What do you mean? We don't have to go to space. We don't have to go to space to find people hating other people. Space Daddy Duke Leto the First. Now we're talking, dude. There we go. Not the Space Daddy part. I didn't like that part. But just call him, the title being Duke Leto, I'm good with that. Being compared to Duke Leto, that is quite the compliment. Or insult. Or both. Probably both. But I mean, of all the leaders in the Dune series that I know, Leto is probably the best of them. He was just a Duke. He was a Duke that owned a whole ass planet. So I'm not even sure. There must not be kings in that feudal empire. It must just be like an emperor, and then it goes down to dukes, which I hate to be that guy. He's going to reach his vassal count limit if CK3 has taught me anything. So doesn't really work. He's got to make some kingdom titles, hand those out. It'll be good. Lambert, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We're currently talking about what the title for the person who conquers the earth, that person being me, would be. And it has to be bigger than Emperor, because we think that it's ridiculous that Emperor is the highest title that's ever been given out. Why did we stop when we could keep going? I don't know. So far, we've got the Big Cheese, God, capital G, and Duke Leto. Those are our options. I prefer, Big Cheese, Duke Leto, pretty good. But we'll be gaming here pretty soon. We'll be playing some more of our Drakashon, which is Skewered Drake. Pretty soon. How was your stream, Lambert? Hope it was good. Hope it was fantastic. Were you doing multiplayer today? Or were you doing something else? Alienifying because the colony becomes so radically different from the parent when you got DNA modification and cyborg bionic technology. Man, we are making a lot of assumptions about how tech will work. But, yeah, fair enough. It would be very different. Fish or Helvar single player. Nice. Got that glass. Got the lasers. Huge. Form an all dwarf and release the hold. And then complain about how it works. Yep, that sounds like Form an all dwarf, that's for sure. Ah, yes. I finally recreate the Dwarven Empire. You want to, huh? You want me to get rid of all of my valuable provinces that I've spent monarch points and money to conquer and dig and develop? Yep. And they're going to be vassals. Yep. And I'm going to make maybe 2 ducats off of them? Yep. Yeah, no, that's not great. Not great. You should be able to complete all the mission trees to your own land. Yeah, at the point where you form all dwarves, you've already won the game. Like, the game's over at that point. So you might as well just be able to do whatever you want. Maybe you could up the requirements. Maybe you have to take Gronsonad back from the command or something, but losing all the holds sucks. You had 1 billion in the bank? Yeah, yeah. That sounds about right. Sounds about right for forming all Dwarov. Though one could argue the holds would be nearly impossible to administer. Okay, yeah, but you can make that argument for a lot of things. You can make that argument for Varmhar taking Harpy Land. You can make that argument for, an orc, or not orc, like Marhold taking the caves in the Serpent Spine. It just doesn't work with EU4 because it's already an abstraction of how it works. Just finished watching last episode, and yeah, they really need to fix the command being contested. Well, we do play on hard, so they do get the manpower recovery speed, so like I can't complain too much because I do play in a higher difficulty than normal, so maybe it's just balanced for normal. But we all know that, I mean, the command team is strong on normal. The Supreme Caesar Poe the First. Okay, so like Supreme Emperor, I like that. That's a good name. You are an abstraction? No, you're an abstraction. What? Yeah. Unless we're all an abstraction. And we're in the Matrix. Bum, bum, bum. And we all live in a video game. Command is contested by you. Yeah, but I don't want to contest a command every single game. Have you thought about that? Abstraction? That's generous? What do you mean by that? I like the segment all mechanics, though I understand wanting to make an all Dwarov. Yeah, I've never formed a segment all, so I don't know. I had a fun playing the command of my greedy grin run. Yeah. The Great Yapper. Well, the problem with that is that there are definitely people out there who can yap better than I can, or at least more than I can. So that kind of leaves like my legitimacy could be contested if someone can yap more. We don't want that. That's bad. Ecumene Poe the First of Earth. Of Earth, I like that. Putting the of Earth there. That way you really reinforce that you're in charge of everything. Where is a good place to play a chill game in Anbennar? Not near any monsters like the command. Ordnance. Ordnance pretty chill, especially once you win a couple of wars. Then no one can really contest you. I mean, you can play in the Empire, but you might have to worry about people. And there's no way you can really like super chill, but Orden, the Empire are probably your best bets. Play in the Inn. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh boy, here they go. Somebody 1 million hobgoblins out of thin air. Yeah, but like that's the whole game. The problem with that argument is that's literally the whole game. Like sometimes I'll complain about like, oh, there's no way that that country would be able to have that many troops or be able to control that territory. And then, you know, I'll do some crazy thing where with 12,000 troops, I'll defeat 60,000. And it's like, no, you can't do that either. It's just the way EU4 works. It's just a fact of things being abstracted is what it is. Everybody's manpower comes out of nothing. You suggest Poe the First, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico, but it's taken? Huh. I must have missed that update. Must have missed the update where somebody became Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico. What happened to Canada? Canada just get left out of the party? It's like, yeah, whatever. We don't worry about them. Alien tier in general is chill. Except Take 10. Take 10's not chill. Canada is just a hat. Just a hat. If you play with Mythical Conqueror, the Seer Revolt is likely to spawn with the Mythical Conqueror. Oh, interesting. Look up Emperor Norton. Do I want to? Is he just a crazy guy? Emperor Norton. Literally got processed into a hat. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. Oh, that is a big hat. Joshua Abraham Norton was a resident of San Francisco, California, who in 1859 proclaimed himself Norton I, Emperor of the United States, coming known as Emperor Norton. In 1863, after Napoleon III invaded Mexico, he took the secondary title of Protector of Mexico. He was born in England. You know, that really makes everything make much more sense. They just can't help it. The English just cannot help themselves but try and colonize everywhere. Even after the colony had broken away and Mexico wasn't even their colony. They're like, yep, nope, it's me. I'm in charge now. Thank you. It was funnier during the days of the funny slacken button. Oh yeah, when the command would quite literally summon in hundreds of thousands of manpower with a button click. The Big Poe. That's a good name too. It's a good title. Just pull a Caesar, it'd just be Poe. But, you know, then I have to explain, but it's better than Caesar specifically. It's different. It's different. Don Vito Tony the Poe Mioni. Oh, sorry, Muoni. Head of the Bonanno crime family and arch emperor of Earth. Well, I'd better start doing some crimes then. If I'm gonna be the crime emperor, I really gotta, I gotta get to work. I gotta start jaywalking and not paying my taxes. What else can I do? I cannot stop for 3 seconds at a stop sign. I'll only stop for like 1. Let's go. My beginnings to being a crime lord are just, it's right there. We're so close. Eat cannolis. So, chap, this place needs a ruler, and who better than me, as my only qualification is being born in Sheffield. That's a pretty good qualification. Can't argue with that. You turned jaywalking into an art form. What do you mean by that? What do you mean you've turned it into an art form? You're crossing the street. You are walking across asphalt. There's no, what do you mean art? Like, are you doing fancy little dances and twirls out there when you're walking? Like, what's going on? Even Joker isn't crazy enough not to pay taxes. I mean, it's true. I'm just that crazy. I'm just that willing to do crime. Surely the government will not find me. They achieve a true state of flow as they cross the street. Yeah, you really get that adrenaline rush and you just get in the zone. Been lost of mafia tag? I don't know. Are you thinking of Sarasung? Sarasung is the gangs. I don't know if Bim... I don't think Bim Lau's mafia. They're all about the spirit temple thing. I thought. People shocked. Convicted criminal is a tax evader. I jaywalk as a fish in water. I am become jaywalk. Destroyer of pedestrian traffic regulations. All right. Point over here. Disrespecting the ancient art of jaywalking. I am. You're just walking. You're just... Whoa. Ancient art? Ancient art of jaywalking. Yeah, I remember when the Romans were like, don't jaywalk. I remember when the sea people showed up and the Egyptians were like, whoa, sorry. You can't destroy it. You jaywalked. You have to leave now. You broke the rules. That's what happens, though. They allowed jaywalking. The Minoans allowed it. The Mycenaeans allowed it. What's their faces? They start with an A. Which are the north of the Egyptians in Anatolia. I'm thinking of the Achaemenids, but that's the dynasty for Persia. I don't remember their name. I'm blanking here. Am I thinking of the Assyrians? No, I'm not thinking of the Abyssinians. I'm thinking of the guys. Bronze Age nation. I might be thinking of the wrong thing. I might be losing it here. Maybe it was Assyria. Assyria sounds right. I was thinking of Hittites? I don't know. Whoever it was, they allowed jaywalking. I think it was the Assyrians I was thinking of. Don't you remember the scene in Mulan when the grandmother and the grasshopper? And that was ancient China. Factual and completely accurate. You got me there. Honestly, you brought facts and logic to this argument, and I could not compete. You have evidence. First, primary source evidence. Hey, Miss Donnie, how you doing? Jaywalking is a term that literally came from yellow journalism, shooting on victims of car crashes when we didn't have traffic lights yet. Have you considered not getting hit by a car? I've never been hit by a car. I've almost been hit by cars. I legitimately, I almost did get run over by a car in high school. But that was the only time. And I didn't. And I wasn't jaywalking either. I was out on a run. And there's a road that connected in to the road I was running on. And it had two big block buildings on the edges, so you couldn't see past it. And I was running, and this lady just did not stop at the stop sign. She just kept going. I jumped up on her hood. I didn't do the cool sliding across thing. That'd have been so sick. Ooh, that would have been so sick. But I jumped up onto the hood because she was just going to hit me. I almost died, but I got reflexes like a cat. So fast. Doing good. Currently checking the EU4 files to update the wiki. Check that it's up to date. You're a goddamn hero. You're a hero. Almost hit someone in high school in the school parking lot and froze, but luckily stopped my slow-moving car in time to run this girl down. Dude, there are few places that are more dangerous to be in than a high school parking lot when school gets out. No, you shouldn't be there. No one should be allowed to be there. It's just, no one is paying attention. They're just like peeling out, they're trying to be cool, trying to rev their engines and stuff. And it's like, oh, you're gonna hit someone. And that's when I knew I was old. When I started having thoughts like that, I was like, yeah, I'm old now. My frontal cortex has developed. It's over for me. It's all downhill from here. You need a major road between the cafeteria and the rest of the campus. Students would unironically try and get hit so they could pay for their student debts. Yeah, the college I went to had the same thing. Had the old, actually all the dorms, and the food court on one side and the actual university on the other side. And I can still hear the damn road name because there was there was an accessibility thing to where it says when you can cross, so people that are blind can cross. And my dorm room, my freshman year, was faced towards that road, and so I would hear it. And so when people like walk in the middle of the night and they cross, then I would hear it go, this road, and oh, dude, I still hear it in my nightmares. Got hit by a car riding a bike to the corner store. Ride faster or slower? Do a bunny hop? Do a bunny hop up under the car, just like in Tony Hawk, right? And then you like grind across and you're good. Let's get hit by a train because I was stupid and walked after the bars were down. Yeah, that's on you. That is a crazy decision. It's crazy. There are many things I'd be like, yeah, I'd win that fight. A train is not one of them. No way. Train wins that fight every time. You did a sick bounce off the hood and windshield. Oh no. Oh no. So we get taught by their parents to look both ways to ensure cars are not coming across the street. I was taught to look both ways to ensure that oncoming cars were expensive enough. That's funny. That's funny. University was tired of students dying from people driving down the road in the middle of campus. They turned it into a plaza decades ago. Smart. Smart. My defense, I was in elementary school. Yeah, that's pretty good defense. Kids are pretty dumb. Kids are pretty dumb when it comes to, self-preservation. But I think you peak at the least amount of self-preservation you have in like high school. I think that's when people reach their dumbest. You'd hope. After that, you start to learn. You start to value your life a little bit more, maybe. But until that. Was I hit by a train because I was stupid? Yeah. Should have said I like trains will save you. Yeah, the train won't hit you. They'll know you're a friend. Hey, Amilo, how you doing? Man, I am being chested today. I don't know what. Well, yeah, I was taught to look both ways crossing the street. That way I could be safe and good pedestrian. Amilo, thank you for the 16.
I'm cube, poi, I'm cube, poi, I'm cube.
Poi, I'm cube, poi, M cube, poi, M cube. Thank you very much. Responsible poet. That's right. That's right. Very responsible poet. Always responsible. I've never done anything dumb or irresponsible. This is why you should vote for me for... I gotta pick one of them. Hold on, I'm going back up. Pause. We'll go with Archgamer. Vote me for Archgamer. For senator? No, you gotta go bigger than that. Arch senator. What is an arch senator? Polling for president. That's right. I'm only 25 years old. You can still vote for me though. I just can't take office. You could throw it out there. Why not? Why not? I think I'd be a great president. Remember, free map games for everybody, and I don't remember what I promised else. What else I promised yesterday? But free map games, that's the big one. Archlich? No, there's only one Archlich. And we all know his name. That name is Dak. Are DLCs included? Yeah. No DLCs. No DLCs. It's just we have state-funded map games. That's it. It's just some of our taxes go to making map games. No DLCs, just constantly being worked on. Call yourself the council. Work for Palpatine and work for you. I mean, he got to come back after he died, so maybe it will work. Maybe it's not a bad idea. All right, we're switching over to gaming, folks. We're going to be doing some gaming here. You get subsumed into the Dak Lich hive mind. New Dak Lord dropped. He's a hive mind. Didn't know that. Arch elf. Funny. Poe elf moment. Yeah. Whatever. How much budget will you go into the adventure rework? None. Not my problem. Yapping done. Talk to you later in like a month. Damn. The yapping ends so fast and people just leave. All right, so we need to get some missions done. We did not get many done yesterday. Now, a lot of them do require money. A lot of them require subjects with development. Or owning the entirety of the Mill Dwarvar. I do not have a lazy colonist. Whoever said I had a lazy colonist lied. My colonist has been working very hard this whole time. Thank you very much. Now, we need to, number one, delete the merc stack that we hired. Now, we are making $575 a month. I can pay off a loan. Still have 4 loans, but that's okay. We'll pay them off in time. Skewered looks like it can be funnier to watch you play than play yourself. I mean, it's been alright. Alright. We need to feed new land some of this land. So, well, first of all, let's get everybody onto regular. Yulin has debt. Yeah, don't we all? We want to give them Larfira because it will get a Harpy Roost when we build a fort here after they core it up. And the Harpy forts are pretty defensive. Even, I mean, they're more defensive than what we will have. This has 25% defensiveness. 10% of that is coming from power projection, though. And what is the Harpy defensiveness? Minus 25. It is probably better if we keep Ebshuptu for ourselves. We could add it to a trade company. It's not the greatest trade company ever. But we may be able to... Well, I want to convert it first. But we may be able to get a merchant out of it, which would be kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and add this to a trade company. I'm going to build a marketplace there as well. And then we'll probably just kill Shirasham. We should have never released him. We'll add these 2 provinces into a trade company as well. And hopefully we can make a little bit of money that way. I mean, we do pull trade from the Golden Highway into here. And when we kill Edu's Vakin, no one's going to be pulling out of our home node anymore, which will make us even more money. It'll be really, really good. How much poop land do you need? A lot. So we need 8 provinces that have an arid climate, so in the desert, that have a barracks. They need to be owned by me or my subject. It does give our mythical cav a buff, which is good. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Varmhar has once again been able to ally a bunch of people because we were busy. The good news is it doesn't matter because we're going to go and take out Edu's Vakin. So we don't care. So we're just going to kill him anyways. I feel like I'm missing a stack. No, I'm not. This stack is just too big. Current combat width is 30. So let's grab that. You can go there. You can walk over. You can walk to here. Walk to here, and then we'll be good to go to war. And I guess we core up the rest of this. Should work. Notification at the top right that looks like a dude. Ah, this is talking about our authority. So we can seize resources and steal development. Here's the problem, though. Our missions specifically say that they need to have a certain amount of development. So I'm not exactly sure why I also have the ability to take their development. Also, I do need to give Mulin more land. There we go. They now have 101 development, which is what we need for the mission. It's a bit of a scuffed looking border, but it's what it is. Like, I'd like to get this and add to a trade company, but I need Mulin to be larger. The other option is developing them, and I don't want to do that. So, that'll just have to be that. Yep. Alright, well, we just have to go to war with Edu's Vakin now. We no longer have a Holy War CB against the command. I guess that means that we could draft workers here for 50 authority. What does authority give me? Autonomy change, years of separatism reduction, culture conversion cost reductions, and culture conversion time reduction. I mean, that is pretty good. That's nothing to turn your nose up at. The only problem is we don't have many provinces that need that. You know? That's the only thing. We do want a powerful... Not a powerful mage. We want a missionary. You missed the yapping? You did miss the yapping, but that's okay. The VOD will be uploaded. The TLDR of the app is that I'm going to rule the world, and you know, the jury's still out on what my title's going to be, but I am going to rule the world. Huh. That's a lot of troops. For them not being a great power. Weird. Yeah, I'm going to rule the world, and everyone's going to love it. What tag is that? That is the Lakefed tag that starts in the south that has the canal. It's the one that we started as for the like cowboy, not cowboy, the breakaway Cossack tag. That's what it is. Alright, Edu's Vakin, you die. Holy War. Thank you. You're going to make your way towards Varmhar. Can we catch him? Yes, we can. Boom, 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 boom. No stack wipe, though. We're washed. We fell off. No stack wipe. Kind of embarrassing. You're going to follow up here. I mean, that is 40,000 troops, but if we could take this mountain fight, it shouldn't matter much. There we go. We could ask Dukin for guidance here soon, which would give us some combat buffs. So we should probably do that. Yeah, poor Zaka's going to get there. Shit pushed in. Vassals, you know how it is. We are barreling through influence ideas. I would really love to get up to this vassal force contribution. We do make a lot of money through looting. We do love to loot. And we're in this war because we need to take Edu's Vakin's capital. Okay, why don't you all just actually go back to sleep? You're just, I'm afraid, not very good. That is a level 3 missionary guy. I don't think we can actually afford it. We probably can for a while. Famous last words. Yep, we can develop that. That works. Throw Mew, not colonizing. Get on that. Lazy look, I heard you say it in your mind. I heard you start typing it. I was like, oh, I'm feeling something. There's something in the air. Something's off. Colonist. The colonist is not being used. Chat is going to lose their minds, which is good because I do need to keep colonizing. I do need to own it. So the plan for this goal, this war, is once again break Varmhar's alliances. Again. Don't know how many times. That is an opportunity I cannot pass up. I can very easily grab Abdel Ludum and burn it. Well, I've already embraced global trade, though, so it's not... Well, I already can embrace it, so it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to grab it. Arnanen is killing the Tungis. Big Arnanen game. Both hold? I mean, we could grab this as well. The only thing is, I don't know what our... All provinces in the Sifir Rari area. The province owner, the culture group is Harpy. So they specifically want me to have a Harpy vassal in this state. Here's the problem. Ariellen owns that province. And the damn provinces that they made me take are also owned by Ariellen. So I guess I have to release Ariellen from Varmhar and then vassalize them afterwards? Alright. I mean, we could do that. There is another tag. Yeah, I mean, we could release Hitir and Yalin and then feed them this state. Well, I guess they do own one province down here. Yeah, we could do that. We could release that tag instead. We can do that. That is possible. So, Varmhar, break your alliance with Argordston. And Elisna, give me money. And war reps. That's the peace deal. You guys can loot. You... I don't know. Just kind of hover around these troops. Never mind. We need to chase down Edu's back and they're going to start unsieging stuff. It is illegal to unsiege these things. We'll make sure that we are colonizing. Not colonizing. Well, yes, colonizing. They just took that fort so fast. Looting. Looting is the word I'm looking for. 478 a month. You... That's only 0.64. We don't need to worry about that. You need to make your way up. You just go over these mountains. Let's get him pieced out here. I would rather just not have to fight him, preserve our manpower. Manpower did get destroyed by the command. We can get it back, but we just need to not waste it. Oh boy. Oh, vassals. Vassals, vassals, vassals. You know how it is. Well, first of all, stab up. Second of all, yeah, let's use the Dukan power. Dukan's guidance for war. Gives us more morale of armies, more shock damage. More abilities to contest the elves' quality. Which is never a bad thing. You can split up into groups of 1. You can go and get things occupied or unoccupied. They're all trapped over here. I mean, they did take my vassal's capital, which is not great. Even worse is that Edu's backing is the occupation. Rayuel attacks Abdel Tunger? Yo, this is how Rayuel can still win. The comeback. The comeback. Let's sell it, yeah. It was still a vassal Siren. I thought they declared independence. Apparently not. Minus 16. Okay, we just need one more fort. One fort, and then we're good. There, get that unsieged. Increase of elven tolerance. Okay. Does this have a fort? It does. Oh, I was looking at my missions to see what I need to do with the Serpent's Reach. Someone mentioned something about how I was going to have to do something with it. What? What is this? The command, number of subjects less than 1. And I am the Overlord. Yeah, we're not doing that. What a crazy mission. What an absolutely crazy mission to ask me to take all the command's vassals. You know you want to yoink their 3 vassals. I don't. I cannot tell you how much I don't want to take their 3 vassals. Oh, look at this Daigon. Doing well. I want to ally them, to be honest with you. Allying them would not be a terrible idea. I can rebuild the old Dwarvar rails. I mean, I do kind of want to do that. But I also kind of want to get our missions. You know? But the movement around our nation is one of the problems that we have. It takes forever to move from one side to the other, so the rails would help that. If Varmhar loses most of their alliances, and Everthill belongs to the conquest. Okay. How do you beat the command? I don't know. We did it once, but I don't know how we would do it again. Yeah, we are going to embrace the institution here. I really don't appreciate gaining 0.1 inflation a year. Because my subject has gold. I mean, I do get minus 10% construction cost, which is fine. But that is painful. Eco ideas next. And we kind of have to. Right? I mean, like... No, I can't. If I have to fight the command again, then I need to... I need to take another mill idea. I can't full annex in this war. Well, we take everything along the Saran, as is required. I mean, this is a pretty good state. It says religious zeal for 20 more years. No way the Syrian core's expired. No, dude. I need a Sun Elf vassal. I guess Brisartanchus is going to be our only option. Reasonable option. So I need to get a border with them. I should have taken Gilkalis off of Armar if I'd known that. And then we can vassalize them and we can take stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what other Sun Elf we're going to be able to vassalize. You can get some GC, but anyone but great power. I mean, that's true. That's true. Is Lysa a great power? Barely. That's true. I could just insult them. Since we have that from our mission. I forgot about that. We could just take the 3 provinces we need. And take money in war reps. That's 60 war score? What the heck? 8, 28, 23. I mean, that's a lot of war score. Yeah, that's fine. Core it all up. We're almost at our governing capacity here. So I would love to build governing capacity buildings, but we need barracks for our missions. So I don't think we can. We do need to rebuild the old canals, but that's a lot of money. Ooh, I can build another mythical cap, though. Let's get those barracks built up. I could build training fields. I think I'm not going to, though. I do need to check the climate. 1, 2, 3. 4. That's not it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will complete the mission. Yeah, I didn't build anything in Myrmidon. That's fine. We need to upgrade that fort. We'll need to build one on Larfira as well. A lot of things we need to build. And not a lot of money to do it with. Now, we could go fight Irlium again. We had to back out of that war because we had to go fight the command. Marhold's gotten big since we last saw. I do need to own land from Irlium is the thing. Lazy merchant. I just got the merchant. Come on. Come on. Give me a break. And we could pull from this node, but I'm not sure that's even worth anything. It's probably better just to collect in our capital. I mean, Irlium has 70,000 troops. We might have a lot, but I'm pretty sure we could beat them. The other option would be just to declare war on Alizna. Wait, if no one can own the stewardship, does that mean I need to full annex Alizna? Is that what that means? Is there like a CB to destroy the destroy the stewardship by any chance? No, dude, no. I don't think there is. Wait, oh, that's Mog the Wicked. That's our 6/6. No, I want a siege general here. Well, I guess we just go to war with Elisna then. If I tributary them, can they still be the steward? Like, I know they won't be loyal. But will it destroy the stewardship if I subjugate them? I don't know. Does anybody know? Otherwise, we have to full annex him, man. Well, we need to go to war with him either way, so let's just do it. Let's just do it. Tushad Arash. Get siege down, get Mog the Wicked in the back. Make sure that he's ready to go. In case we need to fight. Get that guy down here. We've been warned by the command not to go to war, and Ayar Hashar does, in fact, take one province in Bulwar. I mean, we could declare the war right now. Because the command is going to get a border with Ayar Hashar here in a second. I just tried to Google it, but didn't get an answer if tributaries for the mandate stewardship. Well, thank you for trying. I feel like I need to take this. So let's send these 31,000 troops back over here. And we'll fight 2 wars at a time. Against people that we definitely should not be fighting 2 wars at a time against. But it is what it is. We can't risk the command warning us, not letting us take this, and then the command takes it themselves, and then I have to fight the command again, for that province. That sounds terrible. Now, Elisna is already on medium enthusiasm. Because the mandate is threatened. Jad separatists, we have to deal with those anyways. What do I want from Elisna? I mean, I do want money from him. It's 2,000 ducats in war reps. I have to take that. And then we can find some land that we can take. Apparently, these guys are all over here right now. Okay. Well, if we could pick a fight with Arakellan's troops, that'd be great. Thank you for throwing. Appreciate it. Should be a stack wipe. Nope. Okay. I mean, we're doing damage, but I mean, I would just hope that we'd be doing stack wipes. Would hope. I don't really want to carpet siege here too much. Because I don't know where Elisna's troops are. There's 100,000 of them. I mean, he is fighting Eberthil, but you know, who knows how much that actually matters. I can just walk right on down to Sardica here. I will do so. Elisna is now on low enthusiasm. And we can complete the planting the seeds. So we need a Harpy subject with 100 development. No subject country has at least 50% liberty desire. We've embraced all active institutions. The merchant guilds have 50 loyalty. For centuries, raiding and taking what we needed from our neighbors has been a core way we use to sustain our tribe and its growth. While this has worked, even through our recent conquest, this method has become increasingly unsustainable. Outside of our garrison stronghold, every patrol is alone in a sea of other races. While we have so far been successful in supporting ourselves by extracting what we needed from the subjugated, this will not work forever. Even now, many farms in our domain lay fallow, torched by our warriors due to the farmers not being able to satisfy their extortionate hunger. Even more concerning, such behavior has caused several small-scale uprisings. Either we will slowly bleed our own lands dry, or our subjects will rise up as one and slaughter every orc outside of the mountains. Instead of treating this land as a raiding ground to be plundered at our convenience, we need to put down roots, learning from our subjects the ways of life necessary to thrive in these lands. Mulin gains a permanent claim on the Sifarai area. Multiracial crop rotations will be granted to merchant guilds, which does the following. Provinces with serpent spoon or fungi will receive minus 20% local dev cost. Grain and livestock receives minus 10% local dev cost. We get minus 1 national unrest. Pretty good. Now, where does that give Mulin a claim? Well, it definitely makes some assumptions about where you would have a Harpy vassal. That's for sure. The play maybe is give land to Zaka or other, and meanwhile, eating Eliza until it loses great power. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely feed Zaka here. Like, I'll feed him all of this Knoll land. I don't need it, nor particularly want it. Right. Truce with Jad Empire's up, so we can go to war with them soon. The command has announced me as a rival. We've made it. We're finally a real world power. The command has decided that we are a threat. Keep over the lines of religious war. We'll just eat Earlium. Right, we'll eat our way to get into border again. Alright, well, I guess I send you up here. You guys group together. That'll work. Are we on the siege yet? We are. We're gonna go ahead and shake the earth. Just kidding. We are not gonna shake the earth yet. That was a bait. I was lying. Let's spread out, get some occupations. We are in the jungles, so it's going to be a lot of attrition. We're also in the mountains and the deserts. Even more attrition. You know how it is. How much we can do about it is the thing. Can I shake the earth yet? 94. We gain 3.46 a month. One more month. We just need this to hold. Love of the Devoted, sure. Won the siege of Askachexis. I can't get to Eliza's capital. We've lost the siege of Ebshuptu. That sucks. We can get it back though. It's not the end of the world. Here and here. And the good news is that Eliza's not really defending themselves much at the moment. We can finish influence ideas. More vassal force summit contribution is always good. Guess we get cheaper culture conversion cost. And we could grab the... Yeah, I'll do that. I'll pay a mill point for that. 100% more vassal force summit contribution and 5% all estates loyalty. 123 for our stuff here. Take the staff hit. We're about to max out on our points anyways, so might as well just reset it. There's Nyrat. Okay. Abdel Tunger is claiming things of mine? I think you should worry about your own situation there, Tungies. Shake the Earth, 50% siege ability for 3 months. Buvari is insulting me when we should just be, you know, not enemies. What do I know? What do I know, though? It's not like we're all threatened by the command or anything. No, no, no. Command's not a problem, so we can all afford to just hate each other. Get endowed by the chicken McTungies. That would be embarrassing. would be an embarrassing event for our country. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So that means that we're in a really bad spot, since they're currently dying. Sornkost has decided that they want to come and help Eliza. That's very kind of them, I guess. I don't appreciate it, though. I'll switch you up into 1K stacks. Get all that occupied. Bring you guys together. Are we still not gotten this siege over here? Nope. We're still waiting. Still waiting. Anytime. And they don't have a cannon, so I can't really be all that upset. Apparently Rayuel has decided to not take anything from Abdel Tunger. I don't know if he lost or what happened, but he's busy sieging us down, so why would he do anything else? Bring you through. Where are they going? What is they doing? I don't know. I could not tell you. Scholars to this day still don't know what the plan was. But it was a bad plan. Was a very, very bad plan. Though, to be fair, I mean, look at this. We didn't do anything to him. Maybe we rolled poorly. I rolled a 4, and we rolled a 1 in the shock face. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't look. I just shouldn't look today. I shouldn't look at the rolls. It's just gonna frustrate me. Go ahead and stab up. Come on, man. You really need to take this siege. I cannot believe this is the war that's going poorly. You just need to take a siege, and then we can peace out. What you need is 2 fire, Poey? No, I think we have plenty of 2 fire. We have just plenty. Go ahead and assault. Thank you. Wow, we actually got a siege over here. Too bad it's like super too late. Too bad that they, you know, were able to take multiple forts off my vassals when we were busy sieging this down. Man, unfortunate. If only there's a way where we could have just gotten a siege. I don't look at the rolls, but I need to look at the rolls so that way I know if it's our army quality or if it's something else, like rolls. I'm not sure who we're gonna fight here. Okay, it's the larger stack. Well, we did 7,000 damage there. I mean, he'll give me what I'm looking for just money-wise. And then, I don't know. All this needs to go to Zaka for sure. What's my force limit? 127? I don't have enough money for another army. I guess I could hire a cheaper admin advisor. Then I could hire another army. Yep, go ahead and repay loans. Let's just run over here, fight Sornkost. We have Holy War against the Obsidian Legion. I mean, that's cool, I guess. We were able to contest on Siadun Nayan. And now we just gotta chase these guys down as they're sieging my land. We'll get there, though. But you need to get... No, first of all, what you need to do, shift consolidate. Oh my god, that is so many zeros. You need to go here where you're nice and safe. And everybody else needs to carpet siege out and take it all. Boom. Did the McTungies dig too deep? No, it's Virko Kozanad. Yeah, he's gonna hate me. Even the deep dwarves want the dam. They don't even know what a dam is. We're going to go re-siege this back. Really? No, we have to peace out. We have to peace out. All those troops are going to die if I don't peace out right now. That's super unfortunate. Well, we beat Elizen up, we take their money, we pay off our loans, and I can start building other buildings. If I can get an army reformer or organizer, at least level 2, then we can complete heat endurance. While our drakes enjoy the constant sun and warmth of our new conquests, our warriors have proven less enthusiastic. They keep complaining about the bright sunlight hurting their sensitive eyes, long accustomed to the limited light sources of our cavern homes, and the burns caused by armor pieces getting heated up by the unrelenting rays of the sun. One of our generals has recently come up with a potential solution. In order to thrive in these new lands, we need to immerse ourselves in this new environment, as well as learn from those that have come before us. As for this, he has proposed the establishment of training camps in the dunes to the far Salahad, allowing our soldiers to acclimatize to the new environment, as well as learn the ways of natives in order to thrive in the dunes. To the end of the game, 50% recover army morale speed, 50% cav flanking ability for mythical cavalry regiments. And now I need another subject up here. And I have to develop the land. I need a Sun Elf subject. And I need to own all provinces in the Middle Dwarvar. And I need Edus Vakin to have a level 2 center of trade and a fort. That I can work on. Well, so it needed to be expanded twice. Okay. So it has to be up to 30, expand it, build a fort. Is there any other buildings that I have to build for 15 owned provinces in the middle of Dwarvar need manufactories? And 10 owned provinces need a workshop. Man, you sure do ask a lot. Not really. I'll be a little dramatic about that. I need governing capacity, though. But the missions require manufactories, so we will build manufactories. They're good to have anyways. Now if I can just get out of this IR Hashar war, I just want one province, man. If I can get up to 10 war score, we'll be good. If I had a penny for every vassal-based Black Orc tag in the Servant Spine that expanded to Bulwar, I'd have 2 pennies. Which isn't a lot of pennies, but it is weird that it happened twice. Guess I need to add this entire state into a trade company. There's 13 war score. They'll give me the province. They'll give me a little bit of cash. Thank you. That really was not that hard. That really, really, really was not that hard. We are 20,000 manpower in the hole, which means we have to chill for a while. Down to 20,000 manpower. Not a great look. Our truce with Jad is up, though. He's guaranteed by Varimhar, Buvari, and Samsubat, as well as the fact that Jad still owns these 2 provinces. So the command is warning me, which means, in summary, we're not going to war with Jad right now. If you didn't pick that up, if you didn't come to that conclusion, No. We're not going to be fighting him. I should have taken this damn how many times am I going to let Elisna keep this desert? Which prevents me from walking through. My goodness. That's bad. Hello, merchants. Here's some governing capacity. Hello, shamans. Thank you for the governing capacity. Because we just need it. I don't have a choice. The command is going to attack Tianlu. That's great. It's great for the command. Where are we going to have rebels? And it's Vakin. We definitely don't want those to succeed. Well, you have to be the one to deal with these because the other guys can't get down here. Roll that down. Thank you. I really should state this land up. And we'll culture convert it when we have no separatism here. Is this Skewered Drake another orc culture other than Black Orc? Yeah, it is. They are Black Orcs, but they have their own separate culture. But like they are. They are not green orcs. Nor are they brown orcs. Nor are they gray orcs. They are, in fact, black orcs. Dragoshan is a mini command if you think about it. Well, I'd appreciate it if I can get as much manpower and money as the command, then. Okay, drill? You can also drill. Apparently being stabbed too is helping us convert something. Okay. Well, let's not. Auto missionaries are bad. You can't change my mind. $62 months, 5 ducats a month. Fine. Only because it lets me dunk on Jad. Nothing else. Okay, we do need to build more troops, though. Build another 20,000 cavalry there. And apparently I've completed blood sports because the fort in Edusvakin has been completed. Work and conquest alone make for a boring existence. We crave entertainment. With our hold over Bulwar tightening, we may have found the perfect solution. Deadly competitions of strength have long been common in Orcish culture, and our Drakons allow for more deadly and spectacular shows than ever before. Let's make a grand arena for such fights to take place in. We even have the perfect place to locate it. It's not like there's any sense in worshipping a dead god anyways. Before our arrival, the Bulwari entertained themselves with horse races. How anyone could find an animal running in a circle to be entertaining, we have no idea. Yet, there is some merit in the idea of finding entertainment from steeds. We will not hold Drakon races, of course, but we can certainly make them fight one another. Both mounted and unmounted Drakons shall compete in brutal blood sports for our entertainment. While some Drakons will certainly die, it will also prove a valuable training experience for those that remain. The Bulwari seem upset with our arena, though. Edusvakin is renamed to Ordicast, and it becomes Drakeclaw Orc Culture. It gets the Drake Arena until the end of the game, plus 6 possible mythical cavalry, minus 2 national unrest. It gets rid of Hadaz Hamura. Ozarm Chendash events will be replaced by Drakon Chendash, but will be more frequent. Physical exercise options will be upgraded when training your Drakon. And everybody in Bulwar loses opinion of me, including my vassals, including my Nolish vassals. Okay, they'll get over it. They will get over it eventually. This needs to be stated. This needs to be stated. Everything inside the mountains needs to be stated. It's all our culture. It's all our religion. Hydrate, you've got it. Our leader is Craven. Our leader's dead. How to defeat your Drakon? Let's go for not spending 1,000 ducats. That event is too expensive. I'm gonna say that. Well, the event is cool. It is too expensive. There's no world in which I could possibly afford that. I mean, that's just our situation. I'm sure it's fine, but for our situation, it's too much. I think we converted Jad as Drakashon, but it doesn't look like it fit with the theme. No, it definitely does not. It doesn't look like it fit with the theme. I can go for 20% movement speed or 10% shock damage. We need the damage. Need the damage. 18 ducats of war reps. Well, 2 more cannons for that stack. Oh, it's the other. I was like, why are these calves not moving? Unfortunately, our current leader is bad. So I'm going to turn him into a general, and we're going to drill him. The only positive he has is that he has +1 to his... Oh, we need that +1 cav shock. We desperately need +1 cav shock. There's our truce with the command up. How to appreciate your Drakon? Does this choice matter? I don't think it matters. Trade value is fine. We can get rid of an edict here. And our truce with Varmhar is up in 1613. It's going to be the next war. Well, we had a good run, guys. We're fucked. There's just no way. You got to be on some next level copium to think I'm going to win this war. But we'll give it our best. We won't just throw in the towel, but it ain't going to happen. We're going to need a goddamn miracle to win this war. Great. No, this is not Great Conqueror. This is just unfortunate. It's true. My copium is next level. Well, I'm glad you think we win these. Boostar, thank you for the 12 gifted subs. Appreciate it. You got this, you have drakes? We do. Drakon Chadash. An ambitious orc has challenged our Drake Lord to a Drakon Chadash. The rules and consequences are the same as the Ozarm Chadash of old, but this with one crucial difference. Each competitor will ride their own Drakon into battle. To reject this challenge would be to admit weakness. Please lose. Please lose. I've never wanted to lose more than right now. You son of a biscuit. I guess he does gain a mill point, though. So I suppose that works. Okay. The problem is I can see the future right now, and the future is we have to fight the command every couple of years, which we can't do. By the way, Varmhar is going to get to re-ally all of their homies again. Literally luckiest Varmhar. 315 air. Okay. And the thing is, we don't have... I mean, we still have Mog the Wicked, I guess. Mog the Wicked carry. Like, Ebshubtu is not going to hold. I guess expand infrastructure to give it more defensiveness. It's going to be the next war. Yeah, Varmhar is going to be our next war. Brr. Oh. We have to start slackening. We are in our golden age. We can do Dukin's guidance right before we go to fight them. You go fight here. Hopefully it distracts them off this fort. Defensiveness, please. And we can also go colonize. Gonna give it 7 hours, so I'm gonna say goodnight now. Alright, have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. And it's the Age of Witch Kings now. Now, from the command, the peace deal I want is for them to give up these 3 claims, these 3 cores. It's 12 war score. But it's not war score based on battles. It's war score based on, I don't know, holding the line. I need a discipline guy. We have to get a discipline guy. Have to get a discipline guy. Thank you. Let's go to Dukin. Say, hey, Dukin. Please give us the guidance of war. Thank you. Get a power mage, cast great ritual to summon a dragon, destroy the command. I like the plan. The problem is that's not a plan I can do, but I like the plan. It's a good plan. It's a great plan. If I could support your plan, I would. Alright, Mog the Wicked, you are in charge. We're trying to get everybody caught up so we can actually fight. Last time with 1 dragon, let's get multiple? True. True, get multiple dragons. So he does have 10% discipline on us. We do have more morale though, but he has more tactics. Hey, we got a stack wipe though. 0.36 war score. It's the only problem. The only problem, 0.36 war score. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Alright, we have 15 mythical cav in this stack. Where are my other mythical cav? Down here. You grab your cannons and grab infantry. Move to there. We're gonna go here. Do you have full cannon backline? Nope. We sure don't. We sure do need one. So let's get one built to here. Yeah, we don't have that kind of economy, but we're gonna die, so we kind of just have to send it. And we lost a siege web shoot too. I mean, we're just dead. We're just dead. There's literally nothing we can do about this. Special cab. There's 22 of them. 10. Grab that. Mog, you're in charge. Believe in the dragons. Believe in the heart of the dragons. I believe. I am a believer. I'm a believer. Is there anything else we can do? I mean, we could cast war combatants for 1% morale of armies. Nope, I think that's the extent of what we can do. Well, here goes nothing. We got more morale. $195 to 1,000. And we rolled a 2 in the shock phase. I mean, what exactly am I supposed to do about this? Oh, that's it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like that's it. GG's. GG's. We got stack wiped. That is, in fact, it. 2, 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Good rolls. Yeah, fucking skill issue. Actual just skill issue. How? We rolled like trash. He has a full back line. His troops are better. Found a new brand of coping that makes me believe you're playing the command. Thank you. Yes, we're doing great. Great command war. Stack wipe with the reinforcements too. Yep. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta take the L, and we're taking the L in this run. He is a great conqueror, so at least we could cope. Be like, actually, we only lost because he was a great conqueror. It's not true. That's not why we lost, but we could cope. We can cope, mold, and seed. That's why we lost. Well, I do like the tree. I think the tree is interesting for Skewered Drake. I like the idea of it. I hate playing as orcs. I think playing as orcs is not great. Specifically in the Serpent Spine. I'm sure orcs outside the Serpent Spine are just fine. But destroying holds and then telling me to go outside the Serpent Spine is not great for me. It's just not my playstyle, I think. Cope. It's not my playstyle. It's not me. It's not a skill issue. It's just, it's just not me. I mean, we can rebuild the mythical cav pretty much immediately. And we can just build those bad boys back up. And then, I don't know, build a bunch more troops. Like, I mean, we could rebuild, but I just don't know if it's going to matter. Like, he's going to get this mountain fort, and that's going to be it. But to be fair, this is exactly what should have happened in the first war we fought against them. Like, this, right, what just happened should have already happened. It just didn't. Because the AI didn't go at me hard enough. Hey, we can make cav cost cheaper. More cavalry to infantry ratio. Huge. Would archer tanks help? Not really, because I don't really have the economy to deal with the command. That's the biggest problem I have. I don't have a real economy. My economy is taking money from people, which it did say in the mission tree, which is true. That's good in the early game. Terrible. Terrible in the mid to late game. Apparently I can select an action. Look for an omen. Omen of strength. I mean, thanks, Dukin. Appreciate the omen of strength. Little late, though. Can I point that out? little bit on the late side for an omen of strength, but I appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts. Need to change title to one command, one Drakashon. That's true. When you think about it, this just makes us even. When you really think about it. Yeah, we just can't compete with the force limit and quality of the command here, I'm afraid. They have no manpower, though, so when you think about it, we won. When you really think about it, we won. We won. Alright, well, let's try and contest this siege here. I'm not done yet. I ain't hear no bell yet. Until I'm forced to peace out, I ain't hear no bell. I ain't hear no bell. The bell, it tolls. It tolls for you, Poemu. You have to accept the truth. It tolls. You gotta fight on Seg? I mean... yeah. But he's gonna force me to peace out before Segdir. You know what? Frick this. We're staying in the mountains where we belong. Serpent spine tags should not go outside the serpent spine. And outside the serpent spine should not go inside the serpent spine. You don't belong out there. You don't belong in here. Stay in your lane. Leave us alone. We leave you alone. Everybody's happy. Let everything else burn for all I care. Split this in half. So like this. Well, I don't know why they're taking so long to move on to Vorko Gulan. But let's get over there. There's only like 400,000 of them. What? What is happening? Why is it taking them so long? That was weird. Right? That was weird that it took them so long to move from Heroes Vale to Vorko Gulan. There's no, like, secret debuff that I don't know about for moving onto Ruined Holds. Maybe they can stall their 40k for long enough to attrist themselves to manpower. Yeah, surely. Surely the command is not just increasing the number of troops they have as we're fighting. It's a steep hold, yeah, apparently. Okay, we're taking this fight. I mean, we just get fucking blasted, dude. We just get blasted. Rolled a 2. He rolled a 1, though. Oh, he came back. Oh, he came back. We rule as we see fit. Give me the prestige. We still lost. Look at that, man. Look at that. Disgusting. These mercs are super dead, by the way. I'm hearing the bell. Ding, 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 ding. I'm hearing the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Command, look, what if you just make me into a vassal? What if I just become your vassal? It's fine. I may lose, but I'm killing all these goblins. Or not. I mean, I don't know. Even with proper reinforcing, there's no world in which I win that. Tell him comes in from the top ropes. No! He's still alive. He could do it. Tell him, ally me, please, save me, please. Kush, thank you for the follow. Drakon Chadash, victory. Hey, we're gaining a whole bunch of mill, though. Here's how Poemu can still win. Jesus. I mean... what am I supposed to do? Think of the revanchism? So true. What the fuck? So he takes a bunch of land. He forces me to release Zaka and Mulin. He didn't take money, though. Look at that. We got revanchism now. Like, we can re-subjugate Zaka. We can get a different Harpy vassal over here. But the fact remains that there is a mission that I need to build the Golden Highway. I mean, we could try and survive to do a war against him later, where we have a full backline, but I just don't think it matters. I just don't think it matters. No, we're done. Like, we can't win. He's Miltech 17 as well. I mean, if I had Miltech 17, maybe it would have been different. I don't think it would have. I think we might not have gotten stack wipe, but we would have still lost. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the economy. We don't have the fort line to do this. We don't have any allies that can help us. We have nothing. We have nothing. I mean, even if Buvari, Bim Lao, and I allied together to fight the command and Daigung, I don't think we could do it. We're just going to have to take the L, I'm afraid. But I will say this. We did better than Jad Empire. L-Jad. L-Jad. Look at all those cores. I don't have any. Okay, I have 3 missing cores. I lied. I have 3. Sometimes you just got to take the L. And that is what we're doing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Biggest command I've ever seen? No, this is not the biggest command I've ever seen. We've had bigger recently. But quantity command is just it's a tough one to deal with. This is just quantity offensive. He doesn't even have quality ideas either. Could be worse. GG Archgamer. Great powerless? Yeah, he's a great powerless. Duran's number 2. Must have lots of colonies that are doing really well. But we can look around. I mean, yeah, he's got some decent colonies. For sure. Owns a lot of Amadia, the Leechdens, and New Durham. 4,000 dev. Yeah. Well, he only personally has like 3,418. Amion's still alive. He is still alive. He hasn't taken all of Taken yet, which is kind of weird. You'd figure he would, since he starts off with a tech advantage, but what do I know? And Duran has 688 development, not bad. I would like to point out that we are the number 3 great power. By development, we're number 5. We're number 5. We have more development than the number 5 great power just got absolutely thrashed by the number 1. It'd be like that. Everton's not doing them after playing the Khanate. That's not Centaurs. That's a Lake Fed tag. That's these guys. Zavios Talar, who took an incredible amount of land. But look at how big Serpent Shadow was. Remember, this is the person that we vassalized. And then they just got destroyed. They blew up. That kind of looks like it was a rebel thing. I mean, even here, they're still pretty large. But Zavios Solar is able to just take it all. Huh. Why is it a different tag color? That was weird. It was a darker brown in the replay. Command casual 2 institutions behind, so he's ahead of tech, paying 100% for each tech. Yeah. Is what it is. That's what it is. It's just a replay glitch. Huh. Weird. So yeah, Serpent Shadow must have first died to rebels, since he doesn't have cores up here. And then he got beaten up by everybody. L. L. Guess we should have played Lakebed. No, he's actually paying 100%. No, he is. He is. He's paying 100%. Well, I don't know if it's actually 100%. But he is paying whatever the tech increase cost is. We can look. We can look. But I'm telling you, it's not like he's paying less. That's not how it works. We're going to immediately get the great insubordination, by the way. We're gonna, immediately, all of these disasters are going to happen now that we've taken over, which is kind of funny. Increased tech cost is currently only 50% from institution. and 30% from global trade for Miltech 17. So he's not actually paying that much more comparatively. It's not over his governing capacity either. Is he building lots of governing capacity buildings? Yeah, look at that. He hasn't built any state houses, though. Interestingly enough. Play the and watch command go into the centaurs? Yeah, they would immediately cut through the valley. They would. And go to the here. Any commands be hit by at least one of the disasters? They are. It's in the works. It's in the works. Well, now what? Really happy for the commands. Either 665 was replaced by a 636 Great Conqueror. Yeah, they're moving up in the world. More yapping? Damn, maybe. maybe we just should have kept yapping, alright? If we just kept yapping, we would have never lost. Think about that. I'm impressed by this Arboran, though. Very impressed by this Arboran. What ideas did they go? Admin, offensive, court, quantity? Well, 3 out of 4 is not bad. Yeah, they're not even Emperor either. But I'm pretty sure the Empire's Regent Court, right? No, it's Core Knight. I don't know how Arboran's not the Emperor. I mean, I guess Arnanen is also pretty big. But you took court ideas. Annex subject, overextension, ruler, studying magic. What kind of magic are you good at? We have to wait a month to see. Or I'm not allowed to see. I'm not allowed to perceive the magic. I am not allowed to perceive the magic, apparently. I mean, Arboran has done 2 missions. Okay. Sure, man. Yeah, alright. Fair enough, I guess. He's done 2 missions. 80% of the force limit and own everything in the Tegan's Field area. Which is right here. Huge. He has to click the button once. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. You click the button one time, you gain 2 development and 15% national tax. You're stab 3, boom. You get 2 more development and cheaper dev costs for 25 years. God, I'm so good at this game. Wait, what do you need here? 10 mil dev? Oh, I ran out of points. Alright, well, that's the end for Arboran. Have troops and conquer? Easy. Develop? Cringe. Yeah. And of course, we've got pretty good Gwed going on here. This is disgusting, Laurent. It's been cut in half by Durand. Does not deserve to exist. But Laurent is a hard one to destroy, since if you take all of his land, people get upset. Wait, he's not running one of his policies. Does he not have subjects? Ah, he doesn't have any vassals. Doesn't the CTC. Only 9. RMRE Temple has 36% control of trade? Arboran. Buddy. You've got to kill this guy. To be fair, that's a lot of development in the Empire. Be a lot of aggressive expansion. People already are not happy with him. He's made it all the way into Castaneath? I didn't realize that. He just did. He's going to tell these stinky orcs that Castaneath is for him. What are we doing? Oh, we lost. Dead run. Dead run. So we're just kind of poking around, looking at things. I've never seen this tag do well. That's cool. That's good. Bum, 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 bum. You new run? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to start a new run today. I don't know. I don't know. Can you show trade in Arboran again, please? Dave's trade has changed. So, yes. I'll have to scroll out here so I don't see all the buttons. So, I mean, yeah, they did change how trade in Kenor, Western Kenor works. Dame's Crown is no longer the end node. It is now Anbennar cost. Anbennar cost is the end node. The BPEC node feeds into Dame's Crown. Vertesk feeds into Dame's Crown. I believe Freecestier also feeds... Nope, sorry, it does not. Freecestier does not feed into Dame's Crown. Vertesk, BPEC, and Leslampar all feed into it, and then it goes to Anbennar. How did he lose? Command had too many troops. He out-quality'd me too much. He's going to take land that we need for our mission tree that we're not going to be able to take back. It's just an L. Just an L. Plus 12 trap morale could not help. Could not help. We did our best. I thought we could have... If I thought that we could beat the command in another war to take our land back, I would. But it's just not reasonable. Just not reasonable. I mean, he stack wiped our mythical cav. So, I'm afraid stacking the cav combat ability did not help in this case. But, didn't have full backline. So, should have had that. But yeah, the trade's been changed a little bit here. Just to make it a little bit, I say better. I think the new trade setup is better. I always found it ridiculous that the Dame's Crown node was number 1, so large. And number 2 was the end node. It made no sense. Ammo cost makes much more sense for the end node. It's a huge trade dynamic change, though. Have you tried playing the region of Canor again? Yeah, I have played up here. And I like the changes. I think they're good. I think they're good. Ammo cost does become very valuable. I mean, I guess it makes it more difficult if you're a colonizer in here to get your trade here, but these tags aren't really colonial tags. But colonial tags do own land in Anbennar, Everthil, and the Bay of Wines, so this is definitely a better trade setup for how the game mechanics work. Yeah, you can still make Dame's Crown incredibly valuable. Like, it's not like Dame's Crown is all of a sudden a bad node. It's just not the end node to end all end nodes. You can't start as Dame's Crown, take out the Aramari Temple and Vertesk, and then have like 80% control over the end node. Didn't ever have an issue with the command, but I believe it had pushed it fully into Bulwark, taking most of the land before dealing with them. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I just don't think we have... I don't think Drakenshan can deal with it. He instantly allied Ardenan. I mean, I suppose that's cool. Yeah. Rippy dippy. Rippy dippy. Rippy dippy. Historically, it makes sense that Anbennar is a better trade node hub. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a good lore change, and it's a good mechanical change, which is, you know, that's just good all around. These are some good borders in Orden for the most part. Gotta get rid of these little guys. These little enclaves, take out Wraithal, and then it's like, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's not on like state borders or anything. Relic's home is a colony of Reveria. You swear they changed the Askasur node? I don't think they did. I don't think they've messed with trade and Bulwar. I think Sarian has always flowed down the Saran. I don't think it's ever gone up into the mountains. It's going to make it harder to hoard Curse Seg now? I mean, just take the gold hold, right? I guess maybe you vassalize it. I don't know. Yeah, Triarchy has formed. They're friendly with Arboran, apparently. Of course, the Vanberry Guild and the Triarchy are going to hate each other. See the new Insight on Reddit? I have not, no. Who formed it? The Goblins did. The Goblins did. Did this switch over to Goblin? No. I never see Bavik turn to Goblin. Man. Bring back Goblin Bavik. That's what we need in our lives. City Goblins. Going to make it harder to hoard Curse Seg as Askasur player now. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Interesting. Hint for the next run? I legitimately, I don't know. It'll probably be a shorter run. Probably like Saloran or something. Would be my guess. I like, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if that's like fully true, but it'll need to be a shorter one. Oh, you're talking about Goblin Baby. No, I wish. I wish. But no. No, no Goblin Bavik. No, no, no. Not with the new scary Gwen. Voting again? No, probably no voting again. Everybody's out of points. Everybody's out of points. How are they supposed to vote now? 1 vote a person? That's crazy. Have you tried the Monuments mod with Anbennar? I have. I have played the Monuments sub mod. It was one of the mods that I used when I did my Castanor World Conquest. So I know they're very strong. Very good. But they were definitely very strong. Out of points? Okay, well maybe some of you held back on the voting, okay? But a lot of people, they spent all their points on getting to Skewered Drake. And, well, we tried. We tried. Thanks for as well. You've seen the Goblin Spawnable before City Goblin events. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, overall, I think I like the kind of theming of Drakashon. It is a little similar to Karashar in some ways, just with the whole like going out, conquering, getting vassals or subjects, I guess. But I don't like the burning of holds, destroying of holds. It's fine for the first 50 years, but after that, it's just a net negative, and it hurts. It lowers the amount of force limit you have. It lowers the amount of manpower you have, money you have. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. Dwarves have it right. You got a diggy hole, not destroy, 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 hold. You do make more money that way. Well, I guess shorter stream today. El Poemu moment. New Gawed. Well, Gawed is just, they have new ideas. That's it. Really good ideas, but just new ideas. Start Pokemon again. No, I can't start Pokemon again because I'm going to be gone for like a week here in a couple days. We can't be doing that. No, we'll do another Anbennar run, I think, before I head out. Plunder, then hand off to Goblin Vassal, then burn their dev. That's true. I mean, I guess that is one way to do it, but it takes so long to plunder the holds. Like, and I'm not saying that because it takes too long. It just takes a while. And then you get your Plunder War Camp, which is supposed to be the replacement buff for having a full hold. So no state maintenance, 2.5 land force limit, defensiveness, more army drill, more available loot, and a local defender dice roll bonus. It's good, but I'd rather have a 70 developed province. Humans to plunder the whole is why I go to Bowler. Well, no, that's just the Black Orc mechanics. That's not the theme of the mission tree. That's just how Black Orcs work. It's their. I don't know if it's if it's tied to your administration or what. I would assume it's tied to your administration. So you burn holds and you knock them down, which gives you good buffs, but I'd rather have a 60 development gold hold than no gold hold. Like we make 628 off of gold right now. Vorkogulan gives us 0. Because it's a ruined hold. Which sucks. Oh, remember the dev class says it's not what we do? Yeah, we're here to plunder, not build. Here to plunder, not build. I wish there was a way to transition into build. To where we go, oh, maybe we shouldn't have destroyed those holds. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea, actually. No build, only destroy. The problem is, eventually, you're gonna wish that you built. When I was completely new to Anbennar, I tried Masked Butcher, looked at the Orc admin modifiers, and decided instantly to swap to Dwarf admin with Orc military. Fair. A fair swap. Can you choose what type of camp you want to build? Oh, you're saying like you should be able to choose what kind of camp? Is that what you're saying? Best situation I ever had with Blorks was a bug, which let me have 2 trophy piles. Now that was some good income. Well, what it feels like you're supposed to do as orcs is like set up your little area where you have a hold at each end of your nation, and then you just declare war to raid people outside of your hold and bring the money back, which I guess flavor-wise is fine, but mechanically you're gonna lose. You're gonna fall behind. Like hold levels, but with camps. That could be an interesting way to do it. Invest more into your camps to make them better, to give you more bonuses. That could be a way to do it. Like, I don't know. I guess you could... I don't know. Be like these guys. And stay inside the Serpent's Reach. And take... Verkle Scombe Deer. Orc Hellevar. Shaztoon Deer. And I guess Glogan Cave. It's not the greatest place to defend, but you can make it work. And then you just declare into Bulwar, the Deep Woods, and Canor to just make money, I guess. You know how else you make money? 77 development. And Marhold finally realizes they're supposed to invade the forest, not the caves. Too late. They already invaded the caves as well. What do you mean? What do you mean? All they do is invade caves. They love to go into the caves. They love caves. This is weird that this is not colonized. Moronic Cavern. Yep. Dwarf Hope. Not a very hopeful dwarf area. Place Shattered Crown. I have not. No. I would assume that it would go pretty similar to how this run went, except we wouldn't get killed by the command. It would be like, I don't know, Mega Grombar or Mega Marhold. It's always Marhold. That's a terrifying Marhold. 6 mil War Wizard? Yeah, Mega Roaring March. It'd be someone. Someone would come after us. If we sit here and yap anyways, at least speed 5. I mean, I was gonna wrap it up. I was just gonna end stream, you know? Just gotta take the L and walk away. But I mean, I can speed 5 it if you want. I've been warned by the command. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, it would just warn me, command. Appreciate it. I love being warned. I love being warned after he's kicked my ass. War Wizard Marhold sounds mega fun to fight against, like getting stack bugs every time they hit more than 4 in shock. Well, I wouldn't know what that's like. I wouldn't know what it's like to get more than a 4 in shock. Look, you're always going to remember the bad rolls, right? You're not going to remember the good rolls or things went right. You're going to remember things that went wrong. But damn, did we roll bad in this run. Maybe that's just that perspective of remembering the things that went bad. But I feel like we really did roll poorly consistently. And for having such good cav with the shock damage bonuses that we have, from the Dukin stuff, from the missions, from the national ideas, we still really did not do that much damage. Like, we had over 0.1 extra cav shock compared to everybody else with our special cav, and it still felt like we were taking somewhat equal losses. Do we not have 100% cav energy balance? No. No, we had 85. Right at the end, we got up to 95%. And we hit every bonus that we could have to get that cavalry infantry ratio. Cav just suck. Yeah, like it would have been nice if I didn't take aristocratic ideas and instead I took literally anything else. Quality, quantity, offensive, something. I just, you know, aristocratic shit. I think it's good. It's fine. It's a good idea group. But you know, Cav's a bait. I still really do think Cav's a bait. It would have been better just to have more infantry. Aristocratic doesn't sound good for a tank that doesn't do Diflo and doesn't dem. True, but it does give us more Cav combat ability and, importantly, makes Cav cheaper. Remember, we did not have much of an economy. Without the cheaper Cav cost, man, we would have had no money. No money. Ever. Literally ever. Literally ever. Well, when we were observer mode, we died. DED, dead. Command said, oh, you won the last war? You will not win the next one. And they were not lying. This time, instead of sitting there broken in their lands, they brought all of them. We got stack wiped. We kept getting pushed back. We just didn't have a chance. Didn't have a chance. It also gives Cav combat policy. Yep, we got the espionage, aristocratic Cav combat ability, and it just did not matter. Even when we weren't fighting the command. I don't know if maybe I just did something wrong. It's very possible since I don't do lots of Cav stuff. Maybe I played it the incorrect way. But yeah, I don't know. Even against like Varumhar, who, yeah, I mean Varumhar's strong, but when you do equal damage, when I have all these bonuses and it just feels like, okay, well, what's happening here? And that's not a complaint about the mission tree or the tag, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. It just really, really hurt. We think we're not caring to ally when engaged before we had our tech. I mean, yeah, but like, what choice do we have to not engage? You know, like if I just sat there and let him take those mountain forts, there's nothing. Bulwark's open to him. I literally could not stop him. Sure, we should have had more allies. Do we really think the command wouldn't have declared war on me though? Like, even if I had allied Ardennen, like, do we really think that the command would be like, yeah, no, it's fine. Having any less than 100% Cav is a tragedy, to be honest. It is. It is. Because then you have to put in more infantry than you would reasonably want to. Because you don't want to start getting the debuffs if one of your infantry gets hit too hard in a fight. Then, like, what's the point? You know, because then you do us. It's not as bad as it used to be when it was, if you did not have enough Cav, you immediately had, like, minus 20% damage or whatever it was. I don't remember. But still. Mission tree and tag were very unique, and I'll take a weird tree over a good one. Yeah, no, I think the tree is fine. I think it's, you know, it's interesting. It is. I like the Drakens. I think that's cool. I didn't like paying so much to train them. But, whatever. Tomorrow will be stream too? Yeah, tomorrow will be a stream. Use commands to fracture commands and continue. No. See, for me, that just... I wouldn't... There would be no way for me to enjoy the game if I did that. Every single second that I would spend playing that tag for the rest of the game, I would not enjoy because I went in and used commands to break the command. I just would not be able to do it. That's just a me thing. No shame if you do it. Damn, you're smarter. You're smarter and you like to have more fun. Can you tag the command, start disaster, and watch how the AI manages? I don't know if they've gotten their event for the insubordination. Is the problem. We can... I put in E62, not R62. New mercenaries are available immediately. Okay. Discontent's taking hold of the war room. I don't think that they've done that yet. I mean, the tiger, elephant, and dragon commands are all a thing. Damn, it's a lot of privileges. A lot of privileges. And he is completing missions, unlike Arboran. Holy shit! He's almost through his mission tree. Damn. Oh, hey, the Great Conqueror died. Isn't that convenient? Oh, okay. There's discontent in the war room. That's crazy. So by now, the command would have already split up. Well, there you go. So now the disaster's on. It's happening. It's going to make things worse. We're just going to fire this off. We're going to see what the command does. I mean, that is a little frustrating. A little frustrating that they would have fallen apart to their disaster already before they even got to me. But it is what it is. He's getting his cultures spread out. Organization. I can't switch off because if I switch off, then it's just gonna stop. Elephant Marshal, 10,000 crowns. How about no? Have you thought about that? Elephant command is lower than 30. Increases it. Well, how do I... Oh, they are lower than 30. Okay, they're doing their thing. Oh, there goes the elephant command. Okay. Come on. Where's the other ones? Nope. Come on, dragon command time. There's a proclamation of Yanzhong. There's the dragon command. Yeah, but see how cool it'd be if you were playing as these guys and we saw that the other commands were showing up. Then we can go throw down. Dragonborn, Elephantborn. Where's Tigerborn? We need one more. And the rise of the shamans is happening too. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. Come on, we just need one more, and then we will be good. Everything will be fine. Elisna is dying, by the way. Man. Friendly with the command. Oh my god. If we had beaten the command, he would have just allied Elisna. Toxic. Varmhar has re-allied Arg Ordston. As they do. Good news for dwarf lovers out there, though. Abdo Kantat's still alive. Still chilling. Powerful mage. He's not, like, strong. He's lost a lot of land. But he still owns the hold. So that's gotta count for something. Ooh, actually, I take it back. They died and someone released them. Oh my god, look how much land he just took. It's cut the force limit in half, almost. You tell me this wouldn't be more interesting? You tell me this wouldn't be good? I mean, here's the problem. It just makes multiple commands, but it's at least multiple commands. Monstrous? Wait. How? The command demonstrized. But wait a second. Wait a second. War room? Sure, that one. Yeah, now he's losing too many troops. I don't want to delete anything. We're gonna delete all those troops. L. From my point of view, the Tiger Command is monstrous. Exactly. Exactly. So these guys are tech 17. One of them's tech 18. What are we thinking, man? Again, we're not. We're just trying to get through so we can see what happens in the disaster. Oh, huge. Drakashan just so discontent. Massive. Wow, huge. Good job, Drakashan. Proud of you. Doing great. Doing great. We're still losing 63 ducats a month. Oh, because our navy. Where's our navy? Yeah, we can't actually afford a navy because we don't have a coastline. There we go. Now they're making money again. I was like, it feels like Command's losing too much money here. But we have to sit here and wait. Otherwise, I don't think the disaster would fire. There you go. The Great Insubordination War. This would be a great time to do a reconquest war. Observe. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I would only assume that the command is about to get absolutely thrashed in this war. Now, they're all independent wars, right? No. Nope. They're not. It's all the same war. Jade March is going to... I mean, I think Jade March should declare their independence, as should Aztrakuma. Everybody should declare independence on the command. Do they have different ideas? Yes. Yes, they do. Tiger Hobgoblin has core creation cost, infantry combat ability, tolerance of heathens, and morale of armies. Elephants have less shock damage received, construction cost reductions, discipline, +1 siege. Dragon Command has female advisor chance, artillery. They're all about artillery stuff. 20 years in the back row. 15% governing capacity, 2.5% discipline. That's weird. Usually you just see 5%. More siege ability, more land leader fire and siege. Inno gain, land fire damage, prowess to war score cost reduction. 0.3 artillery fire. That's really strong. Really, really strong. If you manage to keep any of the commands happy, they won't be part of the war. Otherwise, they all ally against you. I mean, I suppose that tracks. Now, where is your capital? Where did your capital get placed? Tiger Command. Raya Vashapal. Wow. A casual 2,000 Diplo Dev. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think it just says that to increase the war score cost of it. But now I'm interested to see if that keeps that. Whoa, what is... Oh, your capital's not in Sarasota? It's got to be just part of the... Yeah, it's just part of the disaster. 2015 development. We say but remember when Leviathan came out? And you can move development around the world? And you can get province to thousands of development. It's meant to make the fort defense cancer. Yeah, it's... Yeah. It is what it is. It's because it's not actually giving the money of that much development. It's just an example thing. Capital stronghold undamaged. Yeah, it's 400 local goods produced, 400 local trade power, less land force and naval force limit, more fort levels, increased shipbuilding time, no supply limit, less buildings, minus 250 billions. Yeah, you can't build anything there. Garrison growth plus 10%. Local garrison size and minus 100% local assault ability. Yeah, like the command just dies here. There's no world in which the command survives this. Jade March seems to stay loyal though, so maybe they won't declare their own independence. Yeah, you have to beat them through decisions. Remember, you have to take provinces like up the river from them, and you need to occupy certain things. There's like a little mini game you got to play inside the war to make sure they're weakened. Is there anyone that actually gets a bonus to local assault fort ability? No, but I think it's just meant so you can't just walk up and assault it. I mean, if there's still 11,000 people here. Also, I think it should be illegal for the command to choose mage shields. I guess he didn't. I guess it was just these guys. Alright, fair enough. No complaints then. But that should be illegal. Command should not get more defensiveness under any circumstances. Nope. He's... Oh, Jade March is independent. The command gave them independence in the war. So now they are just allied with the command instead of being a subject. As Jakuma, on the other hand, still a slave state. As with Bloodsong and Thunderfist. Heard you like commands. We put some command in your command. That's right. The commands. The Ultra, Major, Super, Mega commands. Like, it's not even close. I think the best way to do this would be let this happen. Let this disaster happen. And then make all of them historical rivals. Because I think the worst case scenario is that the Tiger, Elephant, and Dragon command stay allied to each other. That would be rough. Or maybe just make these three historical rivals with the command, but that just only encourages them to ally. It should be that, yeah, maybe there's 4 commands out here, but there's 4 commands, not 3 of them allied together. Tiger and Dragon can be rivals? Yeah. I guess I don't remember all of the lore about them exactly. Oh, so these guys integrate more with the Haramari. Oh, that was the peace deal. These guys integrate more with the Elephant Riders, which is funny because they don't they don't own where the Elephant Riders are. And then Dragons for Yanshin. Well, that is the peace deal. And the Jade March is back to being a slave state of the command. They're not independent anymore. But the Tiger command is. They did break their alliance. So the Tiger command and the Dragon command are historical friends. Oh my god, they're all historical friends with each other. That's terrifying. And these two instantly just rival the command. Guarantee the command, and then they ally the Tiger command. Maybe we were too harsh on the command, guys. No, we're not. Because you can break their alliances. And this is not who I clicked on. This is still not who I clicked on. Whatever. Declaring war on the Tiger command is not as bad because you can break alliances. It sucks. It'd be a painful war, but you can win it. So, I don't know. I mean, it could work. Could work. But there is no world in which I see the command winning that war under any circumstances. I mean, as we just saw, they got bodied. It wasn't even close. Come on, Drakashan. Now's your time. Reconquest war. Well, you can't, because now Dragon commands. Oh, no one's guaranteeing the command anymore. Get him. Get him. You win these, Drakashan. Making them implode at some point may make for more interesting to less, honestly more dynamic. Is this dynamic though? Right? Like, we say dynamic, but this is just what will happen every game. Well, not every game, but most games. It'll just be the command gets big and then explodes, but then it's still just the 4 tags. You know? I mean, maybe make them implode earlier. I don't know. I don't know. All I do know is that Laurent is dying to Durant. Every game you can command that's big and that's it. True. True. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it, though. We shall see. Well, I think we're just going to call it there for the day. I know it's a shorter stream. I apologize for that. But we kind of got. I'll plan for what we're going to do tomorrow. It'll be more Anbennar. And we'll see. Just want to look at Hellas and not see Giga Command every game. You love Giga Command. You love Giga Command. We all love Giga Command. Skill issued by the command. Hey, you know what happens? I said at the beginning of the stream, sometimes you just lose. Proof is in the pudding right there. Sometimes you just take the L. You just replace Xia, Raj, and Beyond Fang with command versions. Why did you say something so controversial, yet so true? I mean, you're not wrong. That is quite literally what you do, but you didn't have to like just say that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe it happens so the AI prevents one of the commands randomly, so it's slightly different. Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's find someone to raid here, hopefully. Is there anyone out there not losing in Anbennar? Any chance? Any chance? Nope. 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 Everybody playing base game. You know what they don't have in base game? Command. It's pretty good. Must be living the good life. Alright, well, then we'll just wrap it up there for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, which is tomorrow. And it's more Anbennar. So, less Anbennar today, but we do Anbennar again tomorrow, so it's all good. It's basically like, when you think about it, it's like a lot of Anbennar. Alright, goodbye.